Welcome to the Washburn ICHABODS Instant Reaction live stream on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitter. Brendan Dzwierzynski joining you from the Health and Sports Center in Kearney, Nebraska, where today, as we are wrapping things up and the Health and Sports Center is getting turned over for something else this week, the Washburn ICHABODS picked up a men's-women's split against the Lopers of Nebraska-Kearney. The Washburn men thrashing Kearney 89-68. Meanwhile, Nebraska-Kearney got the win in our women's game today in overtime by one single point, 75-74. We will start with the Washburn men's game in this one as the chairs are being put away behind me. Hopefully not too loud for you. But Washburn 89-68. Washburn shot the ball really well in this game. 49+% from the floor, 42% from three-point range as well. Only 11 of 15 at the free throw line. But it was a couple of individual efforts that really popped off the page. It started with Brady Christensen, who was sensational at the beginning of this game. He had 11 rebounds, in fact, in just the first half alone to go with 7 points. He ends up with a double-double in this game. 11 points, 14 rebounds in the contest to really spark Washburn at the beginning of this game. Andrew Orr, he goes for a game-high 21 points in this one, his fourth 20-point game of the season, and it was efficient too. Just 12 shots to get there, 9 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 4 at the free throw line, had 6 rebounds, a pair of blocks in the game as well. So a big day for AO. And then Braden Shorter as well. How about 20 points for Shorter, the freshman coming off of the bench, his first career 20-point game. He made his first 6 shots of the contest, finishes the game 7 of 9 from the floor overall, 4 out of 5 from three-point range to help propel the ICHABODS to the win in this one. Additionally, Jake Sade came off the bench. He had 10 points. Jake had not scored in his last 4 games, his last 4 appearances. He comes off the bench, 7 in the first half, 10 for the game in this one, and another 10 as well for Jack Batchelor, who got to double figures despite not even hitting a single three-pointer in the game. So a really impressive effort across the board from the ICHABODS in this one. Kearney, meanwhile, they had 2 players in double figures led by DeAndre Samuels. He had 16 points, 11 of which came in the second half. Defensively for Washburn, really stout day. ICHABODS turned Kearney over 18 times in this game, leading to 22 points off of turnovers for Washburn in the dominant win. So with that win, Washburn is now 13-6 overall on the year. The ICHABODS improved to 9-4 in MIAA play, and because Missouri Western lost today to Central Missouri in Warrensburg, Washburn leaps up to 3rd in the MIAA standings ahead of next week's long road trip. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Meanwhile, our women's game today, a thrilling, fantastic basketball game from start to finish, but it's Kearney that comes back and holds on to knock off Washburn 75-74 in overtime. Washburn scored the first 2 points of the extra session to go up 72-70, but Kearney would score 5 of the next 7 and put Washburn away. So the ICHABODS with that fall on the season to now 11-8 overall, 6-7 in conference play. Another couple of incredible individual performances in this one. Start with Aubrey Dewey, 8 of 21 from the floor, hit 3 3-pointers in the game, 5 rebounds, a team high, 8 assists, 3 steals as well, 21 points in the game for Aubrey. That is now 5 times in the last 6 games that Dewey has gone for 20-plus points. She is playing out of her mind, and we heard during our post-game show interview with Laura Wessling at halftime of the men's game, she thinks that Washburn's got the best point guard in the MIAA right now, and I'll be honest with you, I am in full agreement with Coach Wessling. Also, Bari Widada in this contest, she was tremendous. After playing just 17 minutes on Thursday in the loss to Fort Hays State, when she had 4 in the fourth quarter alone, goes for 19 points, tying a career high, 12 rebounds as well, an efficient 8 of 10 from the floor, had a pair of blocks in the game in 33 minutes too, but that was not quite enough to knock off Kearney in this one. The Lopers, they got a team-high 20 points from Meg Burns, who hit 2 really difficult jumpers in the extra session. Double-double for Shiloh McCool as well, the number 2 rebounder in the MIAA behind Bari Widada. She goes for 15 and 13 in this game. Backup post, Bailey Sobzak, and went for, how about this, 17 rebounds. That's 2 shy as a redshirt freshman, 2 shy of the Kearney single-game record. Washburn gets out-rebounded in the game by 15, 56-41 in the loss to Kearney. So again, Washburn falls to 11-8 overall in women's play, 6-7 in the league. The Washburn men improved to 13-6. They are now 9-4 in conference play. This is just halfway home for this long road stretch for the Washburn ICHABODS. However, after the trip to Hays and Kearney, Washburn will go back home to practice for a few days, and then we'll depart Topeka for Eastern Oklahoma and back-to-back games in Claremore and Tahlequah against Rogers State and against Northeastern State. You'll be able to hear both of those games on the home for Washburn Sports, Country 106.9. Pre-game for that first doubleheader on Thursday will begin at 5:15 from Rogers State, and Claremore, Oklahoma. But until then, from a Washburn men's and women's split at Kearney, Nebraska against the Nebraska-Kearney Lopers, I am Brendan Dzwierzynski. We will talk to you for more Washburn basketball coming up next Thursday.